Hey guys, welcome to this Adobe Illustrator tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to use the pen tool, which is what you're going to be using to create some of your drawings. So let's begin. Once you get Adobe Illustrator open, excuse me, go to File and hit New. And I'm just going to call this tutorial for now. And I'm going to click OK. So what we're going to do is, let's click on our pen tool first. So it's over here. I'll show that properly in the video. So it's the fifth tool down. There it is. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out. Okay, now once we've got the pen tool, you don't just want to spam click on your screen, okay? So it allows you to create a bunch of points, and it's sort of like playing connect the dots, okay? But you'll find that there are a few different types of points that it'll create. It'll create very geometric or squared points, or it can also create these curved points as well, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to try to create more of these curved points. The straight points is just click, let go, click, let go, click, let go. Okay. So when I say click, let go, that means you want to click on your mouse, but don't move your mouse around when you press the mouse button. Okay. Click on it and release from it immediately. Okay. The other type of click is a drag. So what you want to do is you hold onto the mouse button and you drag your mouse around. Okay. And that's how we create our curved lines. Right. I'm going to delete that. Let's start from the beginning. So I'm going to sort of just imagine a heart shape. So I'm just going to start here roughly in the center. There are some nice indicators here. And so I've created a single point. You just want to click on that. We just need to create a center point. Okay, our second and all the other points we create from this point on are going to be drag. Okay, so we're going to hold onto your mouse button, click on it, hold onto your mouse button, and drag. Okay, now don't worry if this is not exactly the shape that you want. We can fix this a little bit later on. And the other tip is, you don't want to make little drags, okay? What you want to do is you want to actually make as big of a drag as possible, okay? And when I say big enough, we're actually trying to form roughly a crescent moon shape. So if you look at the shape of a crescent moon, this is not the type of crescent moon we're looking at, okay? We're looking at a more natural crescent moon, okay? So the angle or the arc for that isn't too big. And likewise, we want to replicate that as well, okay? So we don't want to go from here all the way around to here, right? So let's say if I'm trying to go here all the way around here, if I try to create that shape, it becomes a little bit more difficult to manipulate, okay? So I prefer smaller crescent moon shapes, but not too small, right? Okay, so I'm going to go over here. So I'm going to continue on here, and I'm just going to hold and drag. Okay, I'm going to come down here, hold and drag. Okay, I'm going to come up here, hold and drag. I'm going to come around here, hold and drag. And then finally, to connect everything, if you notice that if you move your mouse over, it will, there's a little circle and it'll close off that point, okay? So just press on there when you can see the little circle and it'll close off your shape. So it is a little bit slanted right now. You can come up here, there's the second arrow tool. It's a little bit more gray in color. If you click on that, you can now click on your anchor points and you can move them around. Okay, so here we can sort of do that little bit of fine tuning to get the heart shape to what we want. And actually that's looking pretty good. Okay, I can maybe stretch this a little bit more, round that off a little bit. Okay, something like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so to really finish up our test, what we want to do is you might need to. Okay, let's create a new one. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial 1B is I'm going to grab this S shape. Okay, so I've already downloaded this file, and I'm going to import it into here. Okay, I'm just going to center this a bit. And the pen tool is really good for tracing over these curved edges. And that's, we're going to learn how to do that. So you can start anywhere on this S. I'm going to start around here or so. So again, I'm just going to click on there to create my first point. Okay. Do not press and hold on your first point. Okay. So we kind of imagine a bit of a crescent shape around here. So let's say about here or so. So I'm going to press and hold here. Okay, and we're just going to sort of trace around as much as we can. Okay, so again, over here, imagine the crescent shape. Okay, down here, this looks like a straight line, so I'm just going to click. And down here, I'm going to press and hold. So again, I'm just imagining these different crescent shapes here. Ooh, that's not looking very good. Okay, we can move that around a bit later. Okay, that. We're going to go down here. Okay, we can fix up some of those points a bit later. Press and hold. Okay, let's do this a bit faster. Press and hold, press and hold, press and hold. Okay, you really you want to avoid. I'll demonstrate to you here. If we create a lot of little points, okay, some of you guys might try to do this. Is you'll think, oh, okay, I'll just kind of make these little points, and I'll show you why this is not a good idea a little bit later on. Okay, so if you do press these points, you're going to get a very not a very nice looking shape. Okay, so you do want to use the press and hold, and I'm just going to finish this off using this clicking method. Okay, so finally I'm going to round that off, and I'm going to use my selection tool. Click on my S and delete it. Okay, so there's our shape, and let's also add a little bit of color to it as well. So I'm going to click on black here. Oh, that's the inside of it. Let's add something to the border. Okay, so there's the border, and I'm going to increase this to 5. Okay, so you might notice here already the parts of the S that we drew at the beginning. Can we zoom in here a little bit? Let's see if we can zoom in. View, zoom in. Okay, so you'll notice the parts of the S that we created when we used the press and hold method, it was a lot more smoother. The lines here were very smooth, okay? Now, over here, I'm going to grab this tool actually. You can see all the little points that I've created over here. Let's maybe zoom in a bit more. Okay, so you can see down here, it creates a lot more sharper corners here, whereas over here, when we used our press and hold technique, we got much more smoother edges. Okay, so you really want to avoid using the making points that are too close together. Okay, and you do want to make sure you press and drag your mouse around. Okay, otherwise it's not going to look very nice. And when we transfer this over to be laser cut, the shape as well that you get will be much more jagged. Okay, and you're going to have to do a lot more filing. So either do it properly now electronically, or you're going to have to grab a filing tool, and we're going to have to fix these sharper edges ourselves. Okay, so that's the end of this tutorial. As I did mention, we can move some of these points around, and if you need to, we can actually even delete some of these points. Okay, and we can actually reconnect them using our pen tool. So we can connect that back over here like that. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys, good luck to you on trying out the pen tool.